Hey, a very good morning to you all. My name is Adi Chris, and I'm reaching you from the African Renaissance Television Desk here in London. And today is the 21st of August 2025. Hey, for those of you who are in London, there's a big event coming up, and it's called the Notting Hill Carnival. Inspired by who? Caused by who? We want to talk today. I said today we're going to look at Africa, a land of milk and honey. And it is really very important for us to look at this very big topic. See, I've been thinking and I've been asking myself. Actually, I wanted to do a full series on this. Now, on every aspect, we take a look, because if we say Africa is too broad, we're going to at one time look at the African culture. We're going to take at the African religion, African medicine, African education. But today, let's look at African blessings. And that's all I want to talk about today. I'm looking at the blessings of you as an African. And when I say this, when I use the word Africa today, I want to be very careful. Because we've been in trouble. That the name they even call us now is the name they call us. We say we don't want to be called black, we want to be called Africans. But even the Africans, they name us. When are we going to name ourselves? I don't think my generation will ever live to see that. I don't think a time will come where we'll be able to name ourselves. The way I'm going to add my daughter now, and her name is Evelyn, not Choma. Because we don't name, we see people now name us. Even the name we answer. And then, like I said, I won't look at the religion aspect of it today. But let's quickly, let me start with Evelyn. Evelyn, come, my daughter. Let us talk. Today, not today. It's not fair.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good morning, London.
Yeah, London
Fine.
is speaking. I'm sure Asaba is looking bright. You know, I don't know how Asaba gets you, but they don't look as bright as you. But it look as if when we see Evelyn, we think Asaba is very bright. Is that true?
We are picking up gradually.
How can
It will be very bright soon.
Than London? Now, wow. Now get as soon as they do. Now go put one fine girl for Asaba. Say, Asaba be this. Just saying I saw Asaba fine. Anyway, that will be a discussion for another day. But
yes, we are coming up gradually.
Yeah. But Evelyn, let us look at this. Okay. Africa. When they say the word Africa, no, I don't want to debate that, because that would have been the beginning of the show. When Mary comes, she did some research, and I would like to hear from her, like Bill asking her, where does this even word Africa came from? We're not going to do that. Let's assume that let us accept that we are Africans today. Is the word everybody is saying we are Africans. At least it's the least we can accept today. But we didn't name ourselves the way somebody named Evelyn. The name when God give her, when in Papa Mama give her, you know one time. I don't want to you give her, and I find pass. Choma, you know fine. Evelyn, I find. In Jesus' name. Anyway, history will remember us for Evelyn. Okay. I don't want to wait till they will get up and they'll be asking questions, they'll be looking at the way we live. And they'll be wondering, what is wrong with us? Yesterday on the show, you remember that you talk about how primitive our parents were when they brought mirror, that our people were running because they've not seen mirror before. But at least you've seen mirror. You have seen mirror. Yet you are still answering Evelyn. Choma not sweet, rich Evelyn. You see, I want to play with the aspect that really interests me more. You understand? And that is the video I wanted to share with Africans today. You know what I found so really interesting? I'm a Catholic. I go to Catholic church. The only reason I'm a Catholic is because when I was growing up, there's a church opposite my grandfather's house where I go, the Roman Catholic Church. That's where I go. Around there, I don't know what they're saying, but I was indoctrinated. I became a Catholic. Till today, I still go to the Catholic Church. That's the importance of how you bring up a child. Today I'm telling you I'm Catholic. Why? Because there's a Roman Catholic church opposite our house. If we had a Baptist church opposite our house, I would have been a Baptist. Today, you guys, I have the opportunity to grow up with the Pentecostal. When we're growing up, they were not like winners, not like the redeemed. So how could I be a redeemer? The same way I couldn't be a Muslim because Islam was not practiced in my area. So we're a product of the society. And that's why it is very important what I'm going to say today. That we must mind what we give to our children. Because that thing they hardly depart from it. Today, you can hardly take Catholicism from my body. It's there. It's been built on it. I'm a Catholic. But you know what's so funny? As I grew older, I begin to question some things. And this is the part I want us to look at this morning before we even go into the main topic. Mary is more Catholic. I know you've been to Catholic church. There's a prayer we pray. We say in Catholic church, we say Hail Mary a lot. But the most important thing is we say, St. Patrick, pray for us. St. Angelina, pray for us. Mary will call the other names. We invite saints, to come and pray for us. Okay. These people they call saints. Who call them saints? Why are they called saints? I know Mary will be able to defend that. So, my father, who walked, and all he wanted is the best for his children. Like I give an example of that man. He was dying, the man refused to. He said these things are for his children. So that man is not a saint, Evelyn.
First of all, we have to look at what do we mean by saint. When you say someone is a saint, it means the person is holy, the person is pure, is clean of sins and all that. Was your father really holy and pure?
And these people we're talking of now, they were holy. They were holy and pure. No, let's go back to the Bible. Who was holy and pure other than Jesus? The Bible never shows us that there's any holy man other than Jesus. I don't think the Bible lied. The Bible never said to us, this man is holy. You see, I don't know, I think the Bible was telling us that our righteousness is like a film in the presence of God. You say you are righteous, you dirty past anything, but does God really look at that? The question is, let's bring Mary in, because Mary is a Catholic, like I know. No, who is that saint? Is what I just wanted to ask. I think we're going to spend a full day to look at the religion on how we've been told. But my pain here is this. The way you are disgusted or kind of ashamed that your forefathers were, when they saw mirror, were running. What will you tell your children today that you could not even name yourself? That everything you are doing is the name given to you. Now, you know why this is so sad? And I'm going to say this, it's annoying. We now know that one of the tools they use against us to take us from our culture, to forget who we were, when they take you as a slave, the first thing they take from you is your name. They take your identity from you. That was the first thing they would do. That's why if you go to America today, you go to Britain today, nobody answers our name. The few ones in Jamaica now, they begin to answer Kruma, this and that. They want to go back to that route. Anybody you see in America today, what's your name? Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. These are the names of the slave masters. Do we understand that first? That is what happened. Then the colonial people came, they brought the religion, they even asked you. First, they now tell us what kind of stupid name are you answering as African name. Nelson Mandela said it was his teacher that said, okay, what's your name? He said he doesn't know, he doesn't have English name. So they say, okay, who call you Nelson? That's the Nelson Mandela we call it. It was a teacher. So the name they took from us when they took us as slaves, nobody take this one from us. So maybe religion not take it from us and give you a new name. What will our children say? That is a question for another day. Maybe they will come to accept that, okay, everything comes from God. That's how I console myself. That every name is God owned. Every culture is God culture. So I'm free to practice every culture that is on earth. I kind of like that. Otherwise, it is shameful. And the same way, I asked Mary on this platform, and I'm going to ask her again, Mary. As Catholic, we say, St. Patrick pray for us, St. Felix pray for us, St. Augustus pray for us. These people are dead, though. They are no more alive. Or we know they go to heaven. Or there's a way we need to find out that you both own they go heaven. But your papa, who fought, some of them suffered to bring you up, bring your father up. Some died in the course of trying to bring you up. No, they'll not be sent. No, I don't think we can rewrite history. We're only interrogating it so that we can maybe make a little sense of who we are. So I'm going to talk to Mary before we watch her documentary a little bit. I don't think the documentary did all the things we want, but at least the message is there. The question I want to ask Mary is that, Mary, in your research, because this is what you've done, you've just made a movie, and you will be asking your findings. This is what filmmakers do. And in Q&A, that's what we do. You didn't know what you just done. A movie could be 2 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 3 minutes. You made a short movie which is about 6 minutes on Africa. And my first question is, where does this word Africa, where does it come from? You see, because you made the film, now you're going to be able to tell us. Where does the word Africa come from?
Okay, I was so surprised when I saw that the word Africa came from the Romans. I was like, what? I know that these people, they've colonized us as Africans, but I didn't know it got to the extent of even them naming. Why did we not even change it? When we became this big, how come we didn't change it? We still continue to answer that same name.
Good question.
You understand?
Yes.
It was just so shocking to me. I began to ask myself, it means that almost everything we do today is from these people. Honestly. So, who are we? What have we been able to do? In as much as we blame Nigeria, that Nigeria as a country we've not been able to do anything. Africa is a continent, not a country. So as big as Africa, the name we choose to keep till this time of our lives was given to us by the Romans.
Don't forget,
right?
So somebody named Nigeria. You know who named Nigeria? now the girlfriend of our Lord Lugard. Now a girlfriend who nine neighbors who my babe. You know when babe don't influence you. Nine named Nigeria. Not be the man said. Name that inside bed as they see the street. They say we will name them Nigeria.
And it is how do you know that one? I don't know, but
wait for happen. But go on, Mary. So the Romans they named us. You see, so many they wrote our history, Mary. You see the danger there. The first people to write the first constitution of Nigeria were who? Let's come back to Nigeria quickly. We're going to go back and forth. You know who? The same people that named Nigeria, they were the ones that gave us the first constitution. We didn't know. They gave it to us. So, and do you know as we speak, Nigeria have not seen that one day and be able to, as amended, 1979 constitution as amended. Yeah. We have not sat down.
amended.
But if
Yes.
if what
Now,
those white people
now,
are saying, if the white people are trying to make us understand that the Africa as a continent was in existence even before the European country, right? So how comes we came in before them, because they came and they were searching for skulls, they could see skeletons and all of that. Um, if we were there before them, how comes they had this smartness before us? They could
Yes.
they kind of take over. You
I,
understand? Because
I
in as
think
much as we know that Egypt was the oldest country we have in Africa. You understand?
it's not the
Which
oldest
they all
country
agree
on
that
earth.
Egypt was the oldest.
The
How
oldest.
comes they were
I don't
smarter?
know.
You could see some molded stuffs in Egypt where some things are being molded, maybe like humans and all of that, artwork, crafts. Then I'm asking, how come these people could take over if we're the oldest? Why are we not in total control? Why is it like we are under them? Is it because of the skin color? What
No.
changed?
No.
others and primitive, that they will bring
No.
you mirror and then you jump up
I
No.
and
can't
see
really
That
say
mirror for
skin
the
color.
first
that
time.
is
I
that is
I, I
of
noticed that
recent.
it is
That
not
is
even
of
all
This
recent.
is
African
just about
country that
doing
is
the
dark skinned that decrease. This dark skin, I used to think that as long as you're Africa, your skin is dark. No, some of them are white too.
No, those
Some of our
people came
African
to us.
countries.
Edley, Mary, a black man. There's no way somebody with a lighter skin could have been African. We've accepted them. They came, they took over the place. We accept them. Egypt they were telling you, they were black people, not the Egypt of today. The Egypt you're reading about is the Egypt of those days. Those people were black because it is determined by the sun. The sun was so hard on us that our skin tanned. We're not black. It's a tan skin influenced by the sun shining on us. So when you see the modern Egypt, ask yourself, where are these people coming from? We don't want to look at that history. It's too dangerous to look at. Have you seen people?
There was another. Well, if you are reading through the history of Africa, you see that even Abraham's grandson
Yes.
was also part of the people that named our country. He called it Alpha, not Africa. Abraham's grandson. So it means Africa was even the first before the white land. So I don't know why they
Africa
take
is
people
where
to
the
over.
whole thing started, my daughter. Go on with your research. I'm happy you
I was
talking.
like, oh,
Finish there.
Abraham grandson. Are you sure these people they are not Africans? Why do we think they are white?
Good.
Because for Abraham grandson to name it Alpha, it means they are Africa, right? And we think that when we hear Abraham, it means that he's an Oyibo man. Abraham, the Oyibo man. You
Yeah.
understand? But
Yeah.
my eye is becoming so clear that it's not the way we see. These people are Africans. They're Africans who fail
You
to
know, the
understand.
Garden of Eden. Now they told us the Garden of Eden is in Iraq. All right, that's what they told us.
No,
But
Africa.
you'll be surprised that
Africa.
when you begin to, they were naming Africa from the Garden of Eden. That's what they were looking at it. So because the history was distorted, don't blame our forefathers because at a point in time, I think we were defeated in war. Today, why are you speaking English? Let me remind the world: had Hitler won, you'll be speaking German today. English won that war. German were defeated. Today we are speaking English. We must remember that our parents were defeated at war. Let me say one thing, and I probably get killed for this. If you go to Somali, eh, do you know that Somali is a breed of Arab and black people? When you see them, have you seen the Somalian? Those of okay, you see a typical Somalian. You know the way you have the black man and the white man go sleep, they will produce mixed race. Now they call them Afghans. We don't call people Afghans here. If an Arab man and a black woman, or a black man and an Arab woman, they mark, the result they look like Somalians. So they came at a point in time, they were banging our women. The result of banging are the babies. And there was a time I think Africans who went into the part of Italy, we defeated them there. And we still charge them. That's why you see some of them carry black hair. We're not going to talk all that tomorrow. You see, what we're saying is I don't some of this history I'm not sure, so I dare not even mislead people. But it is very important to look at the intricate part of this story. The reason I asked Mary to do this job so that she'll be the one telling us, not me. The information are there, Mary. The church will not
They
preach
said
this.
the descendants of the grandson of Abraham
Yeah.
invaded from Libya.
Okay.
If you read the beside it, you just be
These
getting more
people,
confused. Invaded from
they
Libya.
just have
Libya is
different
still an African
ways.
country.
Libya is more African than you. They see themselves as African than you. In fact, Mama Ganafe will tell you he's the grandson of he's a descendant of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad.
Yes, now.
Yes. And you see, sometimes because between these two religions, the Islam and the Christianity, you find that they are one. Oh, because I took my time. I'm still reading the Quran at the moment. You find that everything in the Quran never dispute the Bible. You know what is so sad? When it comes to Africa, we kill ourselves.
Yes.
We see a Nigerian man who is a Muslim and a Nigerian man who is a Christian. They fight. But go and read the two books. Don't know what they tell you. Pick the Quran, pick the Bible, read it. Your eyes, you will see, oh God, look at the handwork of God. These are two good, great holy books. Again, Mary, where is our own Bible? Are you saying that we didn't live on this?
We were the first humans on earth, but we don't have our own Bible. We waited for our children to come and give us Bible.
No, yes. And now they write the Bible the way they want it. Is it, Mary? How do you expect the other person to present you better than himself? Now, we know, the world know that the first university on earth was in Morocco. Now, let's not go far. The first university.
These people are not arguing this with you. I think the starting of the documentary, they will tell you that the origin of mankind started from Africa. So they knew. I just cut out some parts where they were showing skeletons, yes. Human skeletons that originated from Africans. They were kind of trying to discover, but it's going to be too long, so I had to cut it off. So they know, they're not arguing it. But what I'm asking is, how comes we didn't have the Bible as the first man or the origin, since we are the origin? How comes we could not have our Bible until they came and gave it to us? Is it that we did not know anything? How comes they came and they became smart? It's a question that is confusing.
Let me say this, and I probably guess you guys will hate me for this. The Bible is according to the children of Israel. There is a Bible according to the children of Ishmael. That is the Quran. There is the Bible according to the children of Judea. You see, all these people have their own. But the one that is so great that turned out to rule the world is because of Jesus. Do you understand? And even when I want to go against it, I will look at the life of Jesus and I say, no, Jesus is real. But they told the Jesus to themselves, Mary. They wrote the story of Jesus to show them. That's why I came on this channel and asked you, come on, look at this image, Mary. Look at this. This is the image of Jesus Christ they show to us. But the man was not like this. He was not a white man. So do you think they will make the film? Now I want to make a film about Jesus. You think I'll use a white man? Today you went to tell a story. You will tell the story from the Nigerian point of view, your knowledge, your understanding. But let's not even go far. Let's come to this. The people that even write the first book about Nigeria. Oh, no. The most interesting one is who discovered River Niger? Mongo Park.
Is it not there, Mongo Park?
Yes. Maybe River Niger went there. So before Mongo Park, Crave come. Our people don't know where River Niger is.
That's what I'm saying now. Like, you don't understand what I'm saying. Even like, is it that I don't know how to explain it, Okay. Maybe these people came, but they were blind to things. they were so satisfied within the small region that they find themselves. You understand? You know, they said even the first animals, wildlife, they were all here. So I think maybe when we discover the origin of the European country, how they came about, we'll know why, how comes they became so smart, how comes they came to colonize the people that were there before them. Because I think it's something that needs to be questioned at
No,
this point.
it is. It is. You know, maybe I'm going to take this thing a little bit far because I'm going to let you watch a movie. I can't wait to watch it. The audience can't wait to watch this movie. Listen, I'm going to put the movie according to Mary toward the end of the show or in between the show, and it's going to be on our YouTube. You need to watch it. You know, Africa. You know, the origin, the name, and how a little bit on it. But today, my topic was a little bit about the prosperity of this beautiful land. If I go into the politics of it, it will be sad. But perhaps what I want us to do today is really to take a look at this. They said, the Bible said, a land flowing with milk and honey. That place is Africa. Nothing could tell me this story other than this image. I so love it, eh? And when I saw it on the internet,
if you want to get original honey, it is still in Africa. You get the original honey.
God bless you.
It is from here they take it to the European country. It's from here.
Now, maybe tell me one thing that is, you see, when God said, maybe even when He was saying to the children that I will give you a land. The question I'm asking now, they say there's a land they promised the children of Israel, and that is where they are now. That place can never be the promised land. You know the promised land? The promised land is actually Africa. If you look at the map of Africa, it's separated. That's the land they promised your forefather. That's the land I'm going to give to you. Because it's only in Africa that you don't have to fight to get anything. Mary, there is no deposit God did not put in that land for us. Not one. The only reason they are coming to us is to come and take from what God dropped there. They don't hate us. Now, let me tell you two things God gave to us. He gave us this beautiful land. Mary, I was looking at your documentary and you were showing the number of mineral deposits in your work. You understand? It's just like if you go to Nigeria today, there is no state in Nigeria that you cannot count. The thing, that thing they used to quota for roads, if they on though they take and they play. Oh yeah, if food data, oh yeah, if they don't tell me where God, these things are not things you need to look for. Not be we invent palm oil. Now God show us, say this one a palm. He plant them before we begin the replant them. Not be we invent them. Let me say one thing clear. Everything you see in Africa was never invented by us, especially natural things. Now only Africa you will find all these things made. In fact, if you go to gold when they see for gold for Ghana, ivory when they see, and it's only in Africa that you see animals, wild animals. In the European, they put them for zoo. They're keeping them because they don't have them. Do you understand this, Mary? They will keep an animal in the zoo so they can preserve it. We need to preserve snake. You get wife. If you want to see snake, come, make they go. If you want to see dog, come, make we go show you.
You know, and the first day, that first day before Africa, that they call Alkebulan, right?
Yeah.
You know why it's not widely accepted? Why you don't see people talking about it? Because it's an African language. It was originated from an African language. You see them calling it Akebulan. They said no, not widely acceptable. But we accepted Africa because the name was given by the Romans. Who do us this thing? Because I was like, okay, if the oldest name is Akebulan, who gave the name? So I saw that it was not even the Romans that gave the name, but it's an African language. So it was originated from Africa. So we called ourselves that name, but we did not accept it because the Romans gave us the name Africa. I think if they say the beginning of inferiority complex started with Africa as a country.
Thank you.
Because we don't believe in what we can do.
And you know why this is so crazy, Mary? But we have everything. No, I know they boast. Do you know if you put a black man and a white man anywhere, the white man will be wrong. Maybe you don't put the two of them for one place. If not physical thing, you go blow them and you go die. You understand? One blow. We are so blessed physically. mentally. Many, and we are full of rhythm. Listen, if you see the reason when black people were taken as slaves, you know how the origin of jazz, that music called jazz, it was the way they were talking to one another. The slaves, they were not allowed to communicate, so they were using rhythm to communicate. That is jazz. We are full of rhythm. Okay, is there anything? That's why I showed this image. Look at natural honey flowing from Africa. Now, you cannot blame the white man or the Caucasian for this. We should be asking yourself, Mary, that's the right question you said. The inferiority complex they use on us, where did it come from? Mary, I ask you a question. They say, some people, pray for me, but your papa and your mama, when they born you, not be pray for you. Where your papa and mama go, now the same time you bury them. Where they bury their home? Where you bury your home, Mary?
Even if your mama and papa don't die, who say you cannot pray for yourself? Who say you can't pray for yourself and get your answers?
No, but let's assume that those people who are
because
there,
not everybody even get mama and papa. So people who don't get mama and papa, can't you pray for yourself? Who say you need to go and meet somebody to pray for you?
No, Mary, no. But for Catholic Church now, you be Catholic. Saint Patrick, pray for us. Saint this, pray for us. Meaning the people who believe they have died, they have been ordained, or they don't go through this thing. Maybe in Yoruba land, if person die, they will first put them for ground. Then you don't put the man for ground. The true burial now to do some incarnation to cast the man's spirit into the ancestral hole. So we make them become saints. And from that day, that is when they are poetry for them, inviting them to pray. Now then, with the sword, for Yoruba land in those days, if you thief Mary, ancestors will catch you. If me, fear not, they let me for my grandpa's house. If any woman don't go put leg for outside, ancestors will go catch her. If you not say your wife they cheat, you not talk, you go die. They go find out, they go see why, they go pray for you. Maybe the funny thing say they go make the sacrifice for you. You and your children go there well. But we say no. That one are barbaric. If you see the pastors now, one of them, anyone near me na slap, I will give him. Because he's even ignorant with what he's saying. When a blind man leaves a blind man, where would they go? Anyway, let's not go into the religion part of it because it will reverse some people. Let's stick to the blessings part. Maybe we don't talk. We don't say
the oldest country is Egypt, but that was not where the oldest church came from.
Who named Egypt?
The oldest church that came from Rome.
Go and find out.
Wait,
who named Egypt? When you go later find out, say they don't change the name from one thing to this by so people.
Because even the one we named ourselves, we were not accepting it now. All the names sound English.
Who named Egypt? Who named Egypt?
Because you'll be so surprised that, like in Africa now, we have different languages. Nigeria as a name, is it not English name? Why is it not in a tribe? In a tribal, why are we not actually a tribal name? You understand?
I said, who named
all our
now the girlfriend of Lord Lugard, name us. Now give us the name Nigeria.
Very good.
And the girlfriend of Lord Lugard.
They carry country name, they play love. I don't understand. Country name.
Now they ask us who. You understand? And you see, I don't think there's a movie I watched. Very beautiful story. I can't wait to see that girl again. She's a mom. She used to come to my house. I don't know where all this country went with the Lord. That girl is a Ghanaian. She made a film walking backwards. She was asking, can we walk backwards? I don't think we can go backwards. So how do we go forward like this? That's where I'm confused. Because we are not a people as it is. Maybe even me talking, I am not me. I have been taught, I have been indoctrinated, I have been changed. I started this show by saying the only reason I go to Catholic church is because there's a Catholic church opposite my house. Maybe if I was born in Saudi Arabia, now mosque for they go.
But that's it now. You can't even help it.
You don't play with the place. You are not yourself. You are a product of indoctrination. You are a product of your society, a product of your education. You are not you. Who are you? Let's say, who am I? You are you somebody. Do you know yourself? What's my name? Maybe my name. In my place, they call me Christian Ashaku. I say, what is Christian Ashaku? Mama went for carry that name for. Maybe at that time when people say Shuku they play good football. I don't know. Now I say, wait with the Urobo name. Now I change myself. I have to change to Beviri Ashak. Thank God my grandmama remembered to give me Urobo name. You see, and we've not learned. The problem is we have not even learned anything. When you look at Africa today, I don't think we can even learn maybe because it's already too late to learn. Are we going to say, no, we're not going to practice Christianity, we want to practice Africa? No. They will even stone me if I say that. Oh, we're not going to do what they do. Whatever they teach us, we're going to say no to it. We're going to do our own. No way. We cannot go back to who we were. But can we at least pick what is good in their own and use our own? That is my question. I didn't say go back, because we cannot maybe. There's no way you can go back to where you're coming from. Because this is that the Christ. It's a different, the true that the Christ. The way God created them, they change them. They don't change yet. So this is that the Christ you see. This is that the Christ, not be the original that the Christ. Let us accept that first. So this is the Daddy Chris that has been indoctrinated. This is Daddy Chris that doesn't know his left from his right. This is Daddy Chris that doesn't even know what he's supposed to eat. He doesn't even know his origin. Maybe if I ask you, call your papa, make he tell you, where will they come from? He not fit. You know, this Nathaniel came out and said, the only history, the people with the only history on earth are the Jewish people. The Bible. Fact. Deal with it. Do you have a history? No, all of you looking at me now. Shut your mouth. Do you have a history? Where's your history? Show me your Bible. How your forefathers lived with God. Tell me. So before you begin to talk, ask yourself, do you have a history? So the one that have a history is dominating. That is how it's going to be. But the question I see asked maybe is that, can we amend the history now of our time for the betterment of our children? Because everything given to us were not because of our interest. That's where we are. We're not saying we're going to change the history. We cannot. But the history that is given to us now, can we amend it so that we create a new path for our children? I cannot blame my father, because he didn't go to school. He didn't understand. When they told him, of course, my father was not even that stupid. He didn't abandon his father religion. He practiced it before he died. We call him a pagan. Yes, the man was laughing. You understand? He's trying to understand. What are people talking about? Our own. We are more disoriented. No, I made a movie in the UK and I titled it Disoriented Generation. Maybe we have been torn up and down. We don't know where we are. It's just like those of us that come to UK, maybe. Now, see good. You come to London, you're in between. Are you going to be British? Are you going to be Nigerian? You're now lost in between the two. You don't know where you're going. We are the disoriented generation. It's another story, those of us here. Especially those of us that were born in Africa, now drunk here. The child is wondering, are you African? Are you British? Who are you? And really, until we're able to make some little bit sense, so that our children will have a little bit of history to tap on. Because the world is now melting. It's going to continue to melt. But anybody that have a Bible, we read tomorrow. The only Bible we have now is the one we are reading. That is the story of the Jewish people. The Bible we have in our hand is how the Jewish people live their life. We saw how Moses led them out of Egypt. Egypt, when they talk, so now we say that will be the enemy. I go see talk. That will be the enemy when they talk.
But you know that some churches have their own Bible. Even this Bible we are seeing self is different because why I'm saying this is if you go to Jehovah Witness, you notice that their Bible is actually different. With the name always, most of the names you see in Jehovah Witness Bible is Jehovah, Jehovah, Jehovah. Same thing goes to this Chris Oyakilome, his church. They have their own Bible. You understand? So I began to ask myself, how come people started rewriting their own Bible? Maybe Jehovah Witness, that is how it has been, because I believe it's not today that the church started.
I for like make Chris
We
right.
talk about this whole Bible stuff. Some churches have theirs. Because when you go to Catholic church, you notice that Catholic church is always reading the good news. The good news Bible is always I think
Yes.
yellow color. But if you go to all these deeper like Pentecostal, they prefer the King James.
Yes.
So even the Bible you see, even we as Nigerians, we are not even reading the same Bible because all of them have a different description of things.
You know what? You know, Mary, you see what interests me? I was looking at, let me tell you one interesting religion that I wanted to go. If I have my way, I for go. It's just that they wear white, this their white garment, that make me not go. It's the
No, you forgo now.
no. What they call them? Is it the cherubim and seraphim, and then the other one select?
Is it the Olumba?
The select people. No, I kind of
Or
find
select?
it. What I'm looking at the select is select kind of combine Africa and Europe culture in the religion. But you know what? They are not bold enough to even come out and say, this is what we're practicing. Maybe select people when I come, and will teach me. You understand? Because they make some sacrifices which might be coming from African culture, but they don't come from the Bible. Some of the things they do, you understand? And I'm wondering, can we merge these two? And they have our own. Because a point will come, maybe we will write our own Bible for tomorrow's sake that will be meaningful to us and our children, where our children to be able to and to be free and be proud to answer our names. Let's start with that. Maybe until you are proud of who you are, you can never think of yourself as a human being.
That's true.
Until we are proud, say, I'm Daddy Chris. I am, I woke up in the morning, I said, come on, man, I am an achiever. You know, when the man wake up that morning, I said, listen, I wake up in the morning, and actually this morning I said, listen, that we've achieved a lot. It's not money. You understand? I look at my life, I say, no, guy, you're not a nobody. You understand? See, this is where it starts from. So, and even people like this, they don't get jealous. They don't jump anyhow. Look at where we find ourselves. Every Nigerian today, with his own Nigeria, with his own the passport, and change to American passport, we are all doing it on a daily basis. This is a new movement. I'm not talking now. Let's talk of the modern time. Africa, you couldn't, of course, you couldn't come together now, so you don't have a nation. We are separated, fragmented by them. Now, we are ready to drop this rubbish and join them. So where it's going to end up, maybe? No, if you don't agree, even your stupid president and all of them, they come here. They have British American passports, all of them. That's the number one thing they try to get. You know, Nigerians that come to UK, the
So
first
when I
thing
see that Nigeria is trying to tighten their own rules because the US dictates.
Of course, they should.
Like, someone from the United States, do they even care to come here?
They should.
How many of people from the United States care to come to Nigeria? It's not Nigerians that are based there. Because what are they coming here to look for?
No, baby, even when they come there, when they come, no, baby, let me tell you the story. Anybody that come to me, even Nigeria, they come on visit. Hey, how do I get resident? I would like to get resident here. Somebody ask and say, madam, you get 10-year visa. What do you want to take resident to? Do you understand? They never knew They said they are looking for security. They never knew. But this is the irony. That's why I put this map here. The most blessed nation is actually your land. That's why I said today is a land. The land is flowing with milk and honey. Your land is more blessed than here. That's my topic of today. And we'll be going around. But I'm saying that the land, Africa, is more blessed. I talk of the people now, which is a distraction. But look at the land where you are running away from. You know the funniest thing, Mary? It's only in Nigeria that you can get yourself access to a land and farm. How many of us here can look for a land in UK and farm? No, many. Ask them. I saw only one documentary made by one Nigerian who is living with his wife woman in Scotland with a farm. Maybe how many people have farms in Nigeria? Well, God bless you, God. Oh, God. How much Oyibo get that one? Imagine say Oyibo come to this vast land. Now, like I said the other day, look at Uniben. Come and see Middlesex University by me here. Look at Uniben. It's a country compared to Middlesex. But what are we doing with it? We still want to leave Uniben, come join Middlesex. Emily, what happened now? She's back. Okay.
Yeah, I think I have some challenges.
Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
It's an interesting day. I don't know how to even approach this matter. But I wish we love people in the past, Mary. The reason we look at that history of the past is how we got here. But what we are now, what are we doing? Today, Africa, we are ready to disown everything about us. Because we still have that inferiority complex. And the irony of it is the Africa is more blessed. That is what I want to analyze today, Mary. Look around you. What you have there, come and show me one here. I never hear say gold full UK. You hear me? I never hear say gold. Say one place that they see gold for UK. Say one place that they get plenty oil like Nigeria. Say one place they get ivory. Say that they only one place you go just plant until you go grow. Do you know all the things? Even the oil, when we did the red oil, the palm oil, not be we plant them and go put them there. Is they here? Now, what they will do, they will bring it and put it in their greenhouse, in their glass house, and grow it, and they will come and supply us. That thing that God dropped for you. Now, Chinese people don't say you need cassava. Cassava, when God drop for your land, is the easiest thing you can plant today. Chinese people now that they will be supply us carry. No, this is not good. We don't blame our forefathers.
It's really sad. And we even have the best weather. Nothing like all those hurricane and volcano we have been hearing.
You know, yesterday we say hurricane come Africa. America now, you go say hurricane, everybody don't go. Una never even get as little as earthquake. It not even happen for Africa. God love that land. Turkey here now, every day people they die from earthquake. Earthquake don't happen for Africa. When? Waiting God no go give una. And guess what? Now we are going into winter. When you know people come out anyhow. Una weather na the same thing. Oh God. African weather no dey change. Now we dey change. Una time no dey change. Now we go soon change. Our time go soon change. Una own no dey change. God make a constant. We dey use everything in relation to the African weather. I was watching the X Factor in UK. There's this black man that came to sing. They said one word. He sing effortlessly. Have you seen a black woman sing? Even like that, the Chris just a talk. It is in him. Is the rhythm is in us. Waiting when I want to make God do for us. Are we going to, at some point, rewrite this story for our children? That's my question for today. I'm going to keep quiet because we have.
And then give the name, and then give the meaning of the name. They are the one that still gave you the meaning of the name they gave to you. I don't understand, though.
You get
the problem is not
know,
me, Nigeria. The problem starts from Africa as a continent.
We are not blessed.
You know, and maybe you know what I was thinking. Even
they are doing
the
better.
story. The story
we don't have our own name, but we did not accept our own name. The name that is in the African language, we did not accept it. We accepted the one that the Romans gave us. Now gave us the meaning of the name.
You know what I'm trying to see here.
How can we be a country, Nigeria? We are not the one that gave our country our name.
No, that one not even mean. Now, Mary, listen to me. Listen to me. This is the cocoa. Listen, when I try this. The Jewish people are now writing their story. They said God gave them a land flowing with milk and honey. All right, that's their story.
Now those Jewish people, me I don't understand them. Oh. They just do their own things different.
No, but
Christmas, those people they celebrate though.
No, but that's their own story. They have their own.
Which one is they? They not going to say they born them on Christmas Day. They not going to say they die on Easter Day. Which one be their own? The Jewish people.
Leave them first. But Mario, imagine say somebody write the story of our forefathers. How did God give our forefathers? Now, you know why I say this? If they tell you, say, God give people in Israel a land flowing with milk and honey, what did God give Africa? I'm not going to answer that question. If the dry land, when we say if they not pour water, they're not going to feed themselves. If you call that a land flowing with milk and honey, what would you call Africa? Will be dry land, Abi? Somebody need to write our history.
We are the ones with the land with milk and honey, because we have.
We are, my daughter. That's why this image is the key. Is the presentation I have today. We are the land, but who wrote our own? No, it was never said. But if they not be so, why they gather for Benin say we are going to go and take our own share of the magnificent African cake? They call it magnificent African cake, and they came, and they took it, and they even took us. And today, we are the one living. We have a fundamental problem. It's a deep one, very deep. The one we cannot play with. And we need to ask this. I can't wait. I want to watch that documentary. I'm saying, oh no, let that talk to us. I want people to go and watch it. You understand? It's like a movie. You go and watch it when we release it online. Let them go and watch the documentary. I don't want to play it here. Let them watch the documentary according to Mary. You see, and I'm going to teach my daughters now. They're going to give us this kind of documentary. That yesterday one wasn't the best. They're going to give us a better one. What is interesting is they did their own research now, not that the Chris. And she's the one defending what she has seen. And she's going to question things now in her own way. And maybe I ask now, if our papa really writes our history, how God they give them land? And you never grow rich here. Okay. My grandfather was telling me the history of Ogara Kingdom. Maybe you need to hear from the man. Do you understand how the things that happened? Who came there? Do you understand?
Yeah.
No, but look at the history of Africa first. From an African point of view, not from the one when the Roman people tell us. Like I want to remind you, who discovered River Niger?
Mongo Park.
The joke of all time. And even them Awolowo, the Nnamdi Azikiwe, when he come off from River Niger, he not pretend they say, no, my papa did that. Make una right say, Mongo Park discovered am for now. Okay, if they fear them, as they don't go, why they still teach us that rubbish? At least Oyibo don't come up before I go school. Why they not change them for our curriculum? Say, the people that Mungo Park discovered River Niger for the British people. But our parents were there. Insult. These little things means we don't have a history. But it's not true. We have a history. A very beautiful history at that. We did great things in the past. We already know that the world is not smooth. Africans have an understanding of the world. That's why we had the first university. We have the best library. The first book library was in Mali. You hear me, really? The first library on earth is in Mali. Where did they keep books? I'm gonna be called. No. In those days,
No,
so
the first library on earth was in Mali. They don't even know what it was. We had all the things, but we didn't know what they were because we could not use it. So other people came and started opening our eyes to it.
Now they come now, they discover, say we get oil. Now they find, say, oh yeah, they are our land. We don't know. I think African children, new younger generation, our time don't come out. No, sit down. Sit down, children. Sit down. Part a new way. Create a new path for Africa. This Africa, and we will change the name. It will start from you changing that name. We cannot be called the name. You see, every. Don't worry. You'll be surprised we are the land of Eden. We don't want to use the Eden as a corner for Bible. God give us a name. We no name for the first man on earth. We're not going to use the Bible. There's a name in Africa for Eden. The word organ did not come from the Bible. There is a name for it in Africa. Ogara didn't come from the Bible. So there is a name. The one when we don't name ourselves might come from Bible. In my place, any true land that have a name, have a meaning. Except the one that name us. Let me say this. If you come to Ogara, you know the meaning of Ogara? Ogara, that is it. Ogarefe, that is the land of rich. Ogareki, the land of market. There is a meaning. It's just like my name have a meaning. And I you own I no get meaning. My Mary no get meaning. Obianuji get meaning. Choma get meaning. Every no get.
You know, say, as they give us the English name, English people still tell you, say, you will see names and meaning. There's dictionary names for, there's a book that you buy, they will tell you names and meaning. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why they will not be telling you different names. The Mark means victory. Mary, my blood is bitter. These are different. Now, still them give us, so. What's we go do now?
Let's take a look.
Linda, serpent. All the people name their children Linda, they don't change and finish. Not be because we hear say Linda and serpent, that's why everybody they run, they change their name.
They say Cynthia.
Snake.
Cynthia and serpent.
Yeah.
Even
They say
Linda.
Cynthia is a serpent.
Our parents don't such they name us Linda. They hear say serpent, they run change them. Which one will not
But you know what they happen, very in those days, look, wait, I'll tell you one thing, When my woman in Nigeria gave the last birth to my daughter, I said I want to name her after my mom. What's my mom's English name, Maria? Then my ex, I said, Shelly, go and look at it. Shelly, go and look at it. He said the meaning of Maria is a very, very bad name. That's okay. that's how we name the child, Maria. Do you understand? I said, then we're not going to give it because Maria is not a good name.
If you check the meaning of Mary finish step, you're not going to name your picking Mary. Yeah, that's the word of God.
They have meaning.
The meaning where you both give her, you know, they encourage it.
At the point in time when Nigeria begin to find out what's the meaning of this, you will prefer to give your child a name you can understand, a name you can relate to. When giving him a name, somebody, in fact, if you go carry us, give us name as slave, we see they carry the same name. Who did this to us? Let's take a look at the papers, because today is a very difficult show. I don't think we should have this topic because it's making me depressed. No, very depressing.
But one thing I commend our people for is that even though we give the English name, we don't throw away our local names.
No,
They always give the child one or
everybody
two
get
local
tribal names.
names.
You're right.
They are
Everybody get
Mary,
tribal
language.
names.
Mary,
Yes.
Nobody no get tribal name for this
not be
country.
that good as Jonathan, though. Not be that good as Jonathan
Yes,
people.
the tribal name is there, but they just choose not to make
No,
it
if you check where
popular.
it gets, you know,
Ebele,
use
There
Ebele
is.
day, Ebele
Not be
day
by
name
no
of
local
Esther.
name.
The joint
good
name
luck,
must
Ebele
stay. The joint
Jonathan.
name must stay. But you don't just
Good
answer
luck,
am.
Ebele Jonathan. So, but you see now, they say that good
Yes.
luck is Ebele Jonathan, but they call it good luck Jonathan. You know the latest one now for Nollywood, Mercy Johnson. All of them are two English names they answer now.
She don't add her husband name now. Oh,
No,
Koji.
Moku read that one
If
first.
you check
Mercy
where
was good.
Mercy Johnson self gets,
I
But
brother,
all of them,
Kogi State.
all of
You must
them,
get Kogi name.
that's just
the movie,
a movie name, stage name.
It's Rita
that's all the
Dominic.
stage name. Why
Rita
we go
Dominic
they
and Imo
use
State
Oyibo
girl.
stage name?
There's the tribal name. That's why I like Inedo. Inedo answer the two names na her Akwa Ibom name. Inedo.
So
You never answer any
No
of
short.
maybe English.
it's not
Mary, no
popular.
short. Go hear some tribal names, you go bite your tongue.
Nah, like,
Inedo is easy and short.
no, Yoruba name, Olusegun Obasanjo is short.
Because na president na no go reason am. Make one person answer Olusegun Obasanjo.
Ahmed, this is Tinubu is short. What is
Because
for
they be
that name?
president na. Because na ordinary
No,
person you go gree call them.
how many Yoruba names did they answer? Yoruba people know the answer Igbo name. Unless na the modern ones. Yoruba man, you know the answer Igbo name. Now the only credit when I give them for Nigeria. Obafemi Awolowo. Name them. Ordinary Yoruba boy.
But to be fair, that's the truth. So if you check most of the Yoruba people, the ones I know, most of these great people, look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She must get English name, but she don't even answer them at all. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They mostly prefer that. It means say themselves they don't say wetin Africans, wetin Oyibo don't do Africa no make sense. They embrace their native name.
Chimaka,
This
our
country from
writer.
becoming successful. They have always been successful.
If Chimaka you give her English name, you no go answer.
Who be
Because
that?
that our writer, Chimaka. You understand? Because she
Her name sef sound like English name sef. That Chimama that be like English name, but na Igbo name.
She never say, how can that one be English name? Na Igbo name be that one.
And they call them Amanda now. Maybe Amanda they
Amanda
call
na
them.
English name. Amanda not the
No,
English
na
name.
Igbo name na Chimamanda. It means say my God no go fall.
You see, I get meaning. My daughter don't give us the meaning quick. Go. But the one with the answer, so what do you mean of Jonathan? At least we know say good luck now name. What do you mean Jonathan? One na say na Tiger Wood. Wood na name. Wood na root. Na be wood to the do this. Na name what they give. See, but you know, we cannot change this, so let's not worry about that. I think where we are is this awareness, this consciousness that we are a people that is actually blessed by God. If the Jewish man can tell you that they have the land flowing with milk and honey, and I ask myself, wait, is that Israel flowing with milk and honey? Israel, they don't do irrigation, they will die of hunger. They don't have oil. Where's the milk and honey in Israel? Nigeria, you have milk and honey. Yet you change your name. You cannot even answer a name of your own. How God do us? Now God do us this one. Somebody did this to us. Somebody did this big damage to us.
We did it to ourselves. Even when slavery was going on at that time, didn't we encourage it? Was it not our forefathers that even sold us out? We did it to ourselves. Nigeria is where,
now? Are your
even
politicians
Nigeria
not
is where it is today because of we the people.
No, you blame our forefathers. Yes, Emily, you blame our forefathers. Today, your politician brother, the food when you not for eat, he go carry a contact and buy house for Ebola. You no go stay there. The akpa no go even sleep there one day.
So that nobody go come prop them now.
You see, but you see the foolishness. At the end, you don't rape your own
why
people.
we are still where we are. Nigeria is
because say those 753 houses now for maybe United States or UK. Who go prop them? By now, it was still be property.
Now, and that's why I tell them they leave the property for her. As long as say Nigeria is done, we will give the user together. Because even when you build that house for there, now he wants stay. You see, this is how you must
They cannot
approach
leave it
things.
for him now. Should be they say they
No,
want sell am.
he's a thief. I understand. But what I'm saying is that he's better than who carry the money come here. Because that house, now they stay. How many of that idiot go fit stay? So if you build other houses, it's for us. You go to die anyway. Maybe nobody they carry this thing come up for this world. Your children go even sell am.
About now what kind of money we're supposed to take hide now. Now we carry am go be that they don't catch am. You know how much they
You see
don't go
that?
for that house.
Maybe
Until we
that
change
man
our
na my
mindset in
thank you.
Nigeria,
We
before we
need
can be
to
able to
change
change
the
Nigeria.
mindset. We need that badly. Anyway, let's quickly take a look at the papers. I mean, because we have too much to do. I'm too confused today. I said, let us just do anyway it comes, we just go with the show. I don't think we are really ready. All right.
This one minister we came at town, no no. Every time you always dey get issue with people. You
Don't tell our minister.
you don't reach mark in this side now. Because why I'm saying this thing is who and who is he at peace with? You know that PDP has been, let me even read the story first before I start.
Okay.
2027 showdown. Wike Makinde rift threatens a high stakes PDP convention. PDP vows stop action as Wike associates move against convention. NEC members kick. Still on the punch, you have Royal Rule. Allow female published Supreme Court ruling after 48 hours ultimatum on page 43. We have Katsina mosque terror attacks. Death toll hit 32. And this story is on page 42. We have TCAD 9. Japanese Prime Minister pledges $5.5 billion dollar support for Nigeria and others. And this story is on page 43.
Japanese.
Yes, so your president go there now. We have NBA report.
That support. Now so that we will continue to buy Japanese car.
Your president go there. Oh, I go talk. I go read the thing talk.
All those one where they talk. So we will continue to import Japanese car. Oyibo they do something for nothing. She said they be mumu. I mean, go on, my daughter.
NBA reports. Adeleke demands federal government on block Osun's allocation on page 10. I think they said Adeleke has been paying the people of Osun State since the past 6 months. I don't know.
Then I they pay them.
Olubadan coronation for September 26th as Makinde visits Ladoja on page 16. Okay, back to the big story.
Yes.
These are the important story on the punch. Back to the big story. Wike and the Makinde rifts. Now, the story is saying that there are strong indication. You know that PDP has been suffering internal crisis, and now they want to hold a convention that Wike is trying to derail. This is what the story says. There are strong indications that the November National Convention of the People's Democratic Party, scheduled for Ibadan, Oyo State, may be derailed following a threat by the federal capital territory, yes, of Wike, to halt the event. Wike's opposition to the convention is believed to be the result of his rift with his erstwhile ally, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, and other unresolved issues in the party. Ahead of the elective convention slated for November 16th, the PDP has, however, issued a stern warning to the minister over his moves against the party's plan. PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunaba, in an interview with the selected journalists in Abuja on Wednesday, cautioned that decisive action under the party's constitution will be taken against him should he continue to undermine the collective interests of the party. And I know they talk, and I know they show action. Anyway, PDP National Executive Committee member, including Deputy National Youth Leader Timothy Osadolo and former National Vice Chairman of the Southwest, Eddie Olafiso, accused Wike of overstepping his bounds, vowing to resist his move. They stressed that the party was undergoing a rebuilding process and would strengthen its structure through that convention that will be held in November, which is the Ibadan convention, insisting that no individual could obstruct internal party crisis particularly with the Independent National Electoral Commission. Now, why the problem is they want to have a internal convention within PDP to see how they can come together, because the defection, because if I say I should read further, it will be taking time. The defection from other people from PDP actually in a way affected it. It's even the article, even the party and all of that. So they are trying to see how they can come together. So maybe because we can have a route with the Oyo State governor, which is Makinde, he's not trying to, you understand, obstruct that convention that will be coming up in November. And these people that are saying is overstepping his boundary. My question is, what are they doing? Why does he have so much power over PDP? Why would they want to hold a convention and Wike is trying to derail it? Why?
But the question, I think maybe the first question is, why is even Wike still allowed to be a member of the People's Democratic Party?
Because I don't understand. If people have been suffering because a lot of people defected from your party, must
yes, but Wike, how could you allow somebody like Wike to remain in the party?
Who knows that maybe in their political party, it's like you cannot chase somebody out. Maybe it's like you cannot chase somebody out.
But party. Wike has done things. He has done things against the party. Now we cannot trust him. You are working with the current president, and the president will not even trust you. Wike, you are gambling. No, you might be telling Tinubu, "I'm going to disrupt them. I'm going to do that." Tinubu will not trust you.
Do you know the kind of people that left that party? Delta State governor, both Governor Edno, Akwa Ibom. A lot of people that should hold the party left. They are trying to now hold a convention. You are still coming to these few ones that are there. You are still coming to still disturb the convention. Which one will be that one?
At the end, and Wike go lose for that Nigeria. You go see what they go do. Wike is going to be the scapegoat, because Wike to say APC trust her, they not trust you. PDP they not trust you. Where they will trust you? All these things you are doing. Sometimes I'm not in their internal politics, but I'm really, if I am a member of that party, Wike will not be there.
They lost to APC, they lost to APC. They lost to APC, they lost to ADC. So the minister coming to obstruct even this togetherness they're trying to have is what I really do not understand. Before they say he's overstepping his boundary, they don't need to tell us that he's overstepping his boundary. True. The kind of power that man have, I'm not understanding.
You don't get power. You don't get power. And it's more money when it's
you go into trouble with Wike, you won't sleep and wake up. Because that man, they are all scared of him.
No, it's not that the man doesn't have, the man does not have shame.
The Oyo State governor obviously is not scared of people. If Makinde they fear and if I don't settle, he's not scared of him.
No, but Wike is the type that will come and say things that should not be said in public. So he's not ashamed. He doesn't have a reputation to protect. So what are you going to do with such a person? If you have a name, you don't want to fight with him. My people say, you say, who fall for Potopoto, make you not take and touch you. You said, if you see him fall for Potopoto, make you the run from him. If you see Wike, they run. That's where we are. And I don't blame them. And it's a shame, Wike, that you are now a nuisance. And my question is, do you think Tinubu really trusts you? Do you? Because Tinubu is scared. Tinubu want to hold the state.
Does not trust him. How can we, the minister of Abuja, be the one conducting local government election?
Don't worry. Yes.
Then you are still giving Fubara the condition of
leader. Don't worry. It is a guess as pass Yoruba man. Yoruba man need them. Tinubu don't want to lose River State. If he lose River State, he don't lose election. If he lose Delta State, he don't lose election. So he want to keep those two states. Money they come from there for the campaign anyway. You understand?
So people should not merit to be where to be our leader again. You don't need to merit it.
Maybe three things. Now with the system. 3 rivers, 3 states when you get plenty money. Delta, Rivers, then Akwa Ibom. Wait till they go there now, oil money. Tinubu know how much they go there. They need this money for campaign. Tinubu no want to lose anyone. Anything where Wike they do now, make Tinubu win the second time finish. Now that time Wike go no. If Tinubu don't win, any mistake Wike don't drop, they don't drop her. You go see cabinet reshufflement. If Wike survive that government, I'm gonna change my name. He won't survive the Tinubu second term. But Tinubu need everybody now. He's playing the game.
Although,
Just,
smart
because
politicians will always be smart. But the fact that people know that the man is smart is something that anytime he makes a decision, people just feel like he knows what he's doing. But true, this 2023 election made me know that that man is very smart though. Because the way he won the election, with all Nigeria supporting one person, yet he
uh,
won.
uh,
Allah.
Baba go hold it. Baba, I said, blow when Baba say they blow pikin. Maybe if I want find my pikin, I hear they put the blow. Baba know they put her for front. Pikin go the rake. I want Baba go just be like, go come. Blow when they say big pikin, and back go dey hide. That's what they do in those days. They know the swan. You go to say you go know when you dey bring am. So you need to know say Baba Tinubu get sense. And at the end of the day, who is going to lose? The Rivers people. Because all that has been happening, they not get the benefit of their governor. Tinubu, the other one they misbehave for them, we will see and we'll tell me later. They cost River State too, the way they cost debt and so they cost them. Now so you go see Rotimi, Amechi, Wike, these are the two nuisance when that state don't produce. Two nuisance. And they're displaying it on a daily basis. They will fight each other. The question is of what interest for the people of River State. Now, the governor they elected.
It's always for their own self.
Yes, the governor they elected is not working for them. He's been suspended. The money is being diverted somewhere. The people of Rivers are in agony. Agony.
President Tinubu. Let's move to the next story.
I beg. One more story.
Ticker 9. Japanese Prime Minister pledges 5.5 billion naira support for Nigeria and others. Now, our President Tinubu praised the Nigerian Armed Forces for their effort in combating insurgency and criminality. I'm asking myself, in which country? Maybe it's not in this Nigeria, though.
And when I bring us food, now everything disappear.
So in combating insurgency and criminality, stressing that his administration is equally focused on addressing the underlying causes of insecurity. Okay. Now, Tinubu gave the commendation while speaking at the plenary session on peace and stability at the 9th Tokyo International Conference on Africa Development, known as TICAD 9, which was held in Yokohama in Japan. In a statement issued on Wednesday, August 20, 2025, by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the president said Nigerian military achievements must be matched with bold governance reforms. Nigeria have braved armed forces, can win any number. Nigerians' brave armed forces can win any number of battles, but we do justice to their heroism only when we, as government, are courageous in tackling not just terror, but also the underlying causes. Tinubu was quoted as saying, he reaffirmed that inclusively, diversity and respect for the rule of law remains Nigeria's greatest strength, describing the momentum in the armed forces as a springboard for national development and stability.
Amen. Mary, now ask one question. Why carry this African development matter? I don't understand. Why they carry go Japan? Do you know that most of the cars, last time a beach show us one motor, the Tanzania president, how many motor they pull out? Look at my Japanese. Look at the one they use my Japanese. Look at the other one at Japanese. Now what did Japan want to?
And they say na woman, no. They say na woman.
Buy our cars. No.
Our president
for the show again.
The president is telling African leaders to embrace peace. Let us embrace peace. Wow. That was what he spoke in Japan. I said that inform us, so it's funny.
Let's go to the other segment of the show. Let's stay with Emily for some time. Emily, where are we?
Okay. The trending news. We have a video for the follow-up of the NYC
yes, very touching
girl that was harassed. Yes. We have a video where the advisor to the governor of Anambra State is giving a report of how they've dismissed the 8 vigilantes that harassed the lady and stripped her naked. Said they dismissed them. And then there were some things that the victim, which is the girl and other corpus, they listed that was damaged: laptop, phones, and some other things. Said they have been able to clear it off, like pay them for that. And he said the girl is saying he doesn't want the case to go to the police. That is a part I don't understand, because she said the video is so
let us watch the
sensitive.
video. I mean, because the
Okay,
girl is
let
being
us.
stripped now. When you see
Yes,
somebody,
Did
you wouldn't want it
did
to
she
be exposed.
verbally say
that is
so?
what the advisor to the governor is saying. Let's watch the
Let's
video
hear
and
from.
you hear
Let's
from
hear from.
what the yes.
Of July 2025, we received the report that the operatives of Udogashi, Agoneshembake, the exercise of the operations in Oba community, went into a compound in the pursuit of some suspected cultists. And in the process, they assaulted some youth couples. Upon that report, immediately on that same day, we arrested the operatives, because that act was totally outside the purview of our mandate, and the act itself is condemnable. We arrested them on the 23rd of July 2025. And here are they. Then on the same 23rd of July, we got in touch with the coppers, especially the 2 of them that one of them is now in the online trading video online. So we got in touch with them that same 23rd. Then took them to the hospital for medication, and we paid the hospital bills. On the 24th, they came to my office here in company of the local government coordinator of the NYC for Idemrisa local government area. And we brought out the suspects for proper identification, and the coppers were able to identify them as the people that perpetrated the act. First and foremost, we obtained statements from these suspects, and equally obtained statement from the coppers. And we told the coppers next step we were to take, which was to hand them over to police for investigation. However, the coppers, especially this particular one in the video that is trending, with her parent, pleaded with us that for the sensitive nature of that video, they wouldn't want us to hand them over to police for prosecution. Coming from them, we agreed to that. And there and then, they listed out some of the things they claimed were damaged, including laptop, phones, and other things. And we paid. Since then, because we couldn't proceed with their prosecution immediately, we kept them because we have our own code of conduct. So they have been facing our own internal disciplinary measures, because we told the family that anytime you are ready, you are willing, to take them to court. And right now, as you've seen them, in further demonstration of our openness and our readiness to be fair to everybody, we are going to take them now, with or without the girl and members of our family, but bring them to the police and hand them over to the police. We are not shielding anybody. There is no scapegoat. The governor of Anambra, Chukwuma, he has not sent us out to molest anybody. The core mandate of this outfit is to complement the federal security agencies in the protection of lives and properties in Anambra. Udogashi Agunechembak is not a group that is set out to intimidate anybody. Anytime you see any of our operatives going outside their mandate, please bring the complaints to us. This is a note of warning to other operatives, other personnel of Agunechembak and Udogashi. Any of our operatives that goes against the code of conduct and is involved in any act that is outside the mandate will be arrested and prosecuted. Everybody wants our members, our personnel, our operatives to operate, to function in line with the tenets of the law. There is a law, there is the Anambra Homeland Security Law, there is the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, there is these rules of engagement. and there's our code of conduct. I want to use this opportunity once again to apologize to the coppers, to apologize to them, and to apologize to members of their family, and also members of the public and in the Anambra, because these men went on this thing as members of Udogachi. So we apologize to them. And as I said earlier, because it happened in July 23rd, on 24th, when we met with them, all their demands, we have met all their demands. That is without prejudice to the fact that we are still punishing this. To assure them, these coppers, and they.
Right. Apparently, the girl is even from Delta State. She's an honorable girl, the one they stripped. I can understand that.
Why are saying they should not? Why are they saying they should not hand them to the police?
That line is not true. But if you look at the way the man say, yes, how can you say don't hand them to the police because of the sensitive nature when it's all over the social media? So I totally disagree with that. What normally happens in this kind of situation is that they want to extrajudicially see how they can settle it. They want to appease financial appeasement. That's what they do in most of these kind of cases. They want to appease to the girl family. They will use their pastors, people that know them, to want to appeal to them, compensate them financially. That's why. But when he say don't go to the police, the girl does not have a crime is a crime. She doesn't have, if in a Senate crime, she doesn't have any right to say don't go to the police. Only in Nigeria, you see somebody will kill somebody, you say they are settled up.
The police, the prosecution, and everywhere in the world, they sometimes look at the sensitive nature of any issue. They will consult the victim before they take actions. So it's not out of place for the authority here to hear from the girl, especially it's her body. The picture that are now being displayed is a picture of a human being, and that is why it is a very sensitive issue. It's not out of place. If the girl doesn't want this matter to go out, for the authority to withdraw it. Why I'm even confused is now you can understand that now it's gone beyond that case they have to do because they are being accused of trying to cover it. And I think they should be given benefit of that. Sometimes speculation is not evidence. Oh, I don't think so. Yes, you don't think so, but don't say I don't think so. Don't say it is lying because he might be saying the truth. We are talking as we're not laymen.
A family member, I was trying to check for the video, actually said that this case they must see the end of this case.
But as at that time, was that the position of the family members? Why did the family member come out then?
It would have been very, very balanced, probably, if either the parents of the girl or the girl herself had come out too. But however, I think, like you rightly said, it is not out of place. There are cases of rape. I would reference one. Incidentally, it happened there in the UK. A former one-time newscaster, what's her name again? I've forgotten the name. Maybe if I'm discussing, you remember. Robbers came to her house. She was 37 years. She reads network news for NTA. Robbers came to her house. She only reported the robbery. When she reported the robbery, she did not report the rape. When the robbers were finally caught, in the course of interrogation, they now admitted that they equally raped a woman in the house. And when that news went viral, she had to commit suicide. She was working in NT. Maybe because of her description, I remember her name. She had to commit suicide. Yes, that's certain cases like she had to commit suicide. She didn't tell the police that she was raped. She reported burglary, but she did not report.
It's a difficult issue for any woman to come out.
Yeah.
But it was when the robbers now confessed.
It's easy to say.
Everybody now knew.
So if you know that, why you say that what the authority said is wrong? Sometimes I wonder.
No, what I'm saying is, matter. There's a lot of propaganda.
I know that people don't want people to know that they were raped, but at the end of the day, is it worth taking your own life?
Exactly. That is the part. No, at the end of the day, this is the thing. Not everybody can handle issues, Mary. Not everybody.
And she was reading news on NTA Network News. She was well known. She just went for a vacation. Yes, the name they flashed my mind. They come out. Okay. She was 37 years. If I remember the name, maybe we'll talk about it another. Okay. She's a newscaster. She went on vacation
in a society like Nigeria.
Like Nigeria. So when
I think one of the things that prompts her suicide is because she's a public figure. If you are not a
This
public
about
figure,
20
you go
years
go
ago. She's a
offline now.
public
Go
figure.
offline for some time, you'll be fine.
How
Because
will
you're
she
the
show
public
her faith?
figure.
I feel that is what she
Well,
would think.
it's not.
Why would-
Man, this is not the thing we pray for anything to happen. But it's a
I'm
very
telling you.
difficult. It's a very difficult one. We feel sorry for the this girl. I have nothing against this authority right now. But let them do what is right.
Yes.
And I think the thing I love about what is going on in Nigeria, this level of awareness puts everybody on what? On the watch. Like I said before, this is the new gun. Shoot with it. You understand? The only reason they cannot deny this is this video.
Yes.
It's the video.
The
And
video.
did you know it
So it's
happened
very
since last
important.
month?
Yeah.
It happened since July.
Anytime you witness anything, my people, bring out your phone. Record the incident. It's your proof. And that is why anybody, in fact, President Tinubu will surrender if you show the video. Even if he don't, we'll see him. The only, because speculation is not evidence. And that is why God has given you this weapon to shoot. Anyway, we're going to leave the matter with them. We hope that they will do this. At the end of the day, the girl should learn that things like this can happen. You know, men misbehave a lot, and the country is behind her, and we're supporting her. Mentally, she should not be seeing herself as a victim, because she's not. The victim are these idiots. They paraded now, looking at themselves with shame, you know, for that shameful act. But the thing I don't understand, why is the first thing that comes to Nigerian men is to naked a woman? The best thing you do is to just strip her naked.
Exactly. Look at the one of the plane. Look at even the one that happened now when there was a hold up, serious hold because there's environmental. The hold up was so bad. A woman that hit somebody with somebody's car, they started assaulting the woman that she was wrong. This Agberos. That was caused a lot of serious hold up that is still going. A lot of people have to park their cars. And so what are we saying? The society has come to a level where they just assume that women can be taken advantage of. Look at what happened in the
No, but it's not always true. There's a video that played on my system, on my Facebook, of a pastor. Pastor go give another man wife belle.
No, that was plenty of that.
The first thing they did was to strip him. They walk him around the street and they got him naked.
Yes, in
they want to
Benin.
see that thing when they they give another man another. What we do in those days?
They almost cut the thing. They almost cut him now.
Yeah. So
Danny Chris, should I ask you a question? Was the woman raped? No, it was consensual. That's most of those things. That's where I have a problem.
Well, in those days,
it was consensual
for
that pastor own and the woman own. And
so, you know the truth, in the Bible, the man is always free. Man, if you sleep with another man's wife, you are not free. If you sleep with a prostitute, now the prostitute will go steal, will go beat the girl. But if another man's wife, now you will go beat. You just understand, that is African culture. In my place, if you take a free girl, say the girl, now your girl, we will begin laugh the girl. They don't do anything. But if you know, say your team, they misbehave, you go see another man's wife, and then play go, now your team will go deal with it. So it's not out of place to beat that man. In our culture, that's how we do it.
The question I'm asking now,
even the one that happened between them. No, let me give you to the Bible. The case of the Bible when Jesus Christ said, "If you are the first to do this, stone." It was a consensus. Yes. Yet they stoned the woman. They were going to stone her. So it's not true that people will frown at the woman. If the woman was a married woman, this cost would have been on the man.
Yes.
Whether consensual
and they will beat or not. We have had instances too that
So you're asking questions. That's why I answered that one. Anyway, it's a very
the culture self. Daddy Chris, you didn't even finalize the culture. Daddy Chris, in Isoko, Urobo, and some parts of Urobo, if the woman is committing adultery, the man with the man go die. You now the man go sick, die. The man still they follow and chop. I don't know if that has happened.
Especially if you are aware and you're not saying it. We know the deaths of so many people that have come from there. Anyway, let's
Now the
go
man
to
will
the
die.
next,
You when you not be you one.
Yeah. The good thing about the case is that they dismissed 8 of the vigilantes, because I don't think we need such people.
Oh, that was toxic.
People are supposed to be protecting us. I don't think we need them to be security in the states.
Yes.
So it's a good thing they've dismissed them. Yeah, and he said even with the guest consent, they will still take them to the police. That is what he said. So
yeah, but as of now, the girl had nothing to. What the girl was trying to avoid, there was a good reason. Please, for my image sake, I would rather let this matter die. But now the matter is out there, so there's no need. The image has been dented already. Thank God they didn't rape you. It's just that they tried to strip you. Thank God. So if that is the case, good. Let's take him to court. Again, I don't think the authorities have acted so badly. I don't see anything.
They tried for this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like I said, they went out of the way. They paid for the laptop that was damaged. And
Yes.
in a case like this, well, people like us will be taking your authority to court for training for your man or for whatever they did. We call it a law that if your employer do something wrong, it's the company that will suffer it.
That will
I
suffer
would
it.
sue the Nigerian police for the activity of a policeman. You understand? So, and they know that the law will slam them serious damages on the ground. So that is why perhaps they are trying to be also careful. And again, if the girl, the matter is here what it is, like all I say to her is that you are not the victim. It's not your fault. And just know that you've done nothing wrong. Live your life, young man. That's all I want to say. And we'll go to the next one. Are you there, Evelyn?
One more. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're with you.
I said we have another video of our very own Rotimi.
Your very own Rotimi.
Yes,
our
very
your
own.
very own Rotimi. Somebody that is.
Someone that said in 1 month he will change Nigeria. He will remove corruption. He will change Nigeria constitution and everything. He said he will change Nigeria constitution. Now he's saying something else. I don't know what he's trying to tell Nigerians. Talking about the INEC chairman. It's trying to indirectly tell us that these people, they are not independent. They are under the people we are fighting against.
Because he was part of the manipulators. He knows everything. And he's suffering from amnesia. These are people that you were there for 8 years, Rotimi. What did you do? How were you able to fight corruption? How were you able to advise your principal? When you were in the federal executive meetings, why did you raise up your hand and be a dissenting voice to something that is bad to the Nigerian people? They never did. Because they've become, in quote, jobless now. They are now on the other side of the divide, beginning to see those who stay in glass houses should not throw stone. Because if they open it, even the wife is being indicted. We can say in wife, NDDC money or whatever. A lot of them in the National Assembly, a lot of them that are in politics and out of politics, they have questionable past, questionable. They just come because they feel Nigerians are gullible. How can you tell me you want to in 1 month? Which Nigeria?
Anyway, that's not the story today, engineer. That's not the story. Let's stick to what he said today. Let's go into the story. I think it's about the INEC. Yes.
Yes, about INEC. Let's watch the video and see. Repeat something.
What advice? I've spoken to everybody concerned on this issue before the election. Spoken completely. There are those of us who oppose the reappointment of Mahmoud. The person who nominated him for appointment is a member of Tinubu's camp. So what are you expecting? Success? Here in River State, Mahmoud worked under Wike as Executive Secretary of Third Fund. So what you're having in River State is that APC, SDP and others are contesting election not against PDP, against INEC, against police.
So are you saying that the situation is hopeless now?
Completely hopeless. Are you hopeful? Be honest, as a person, are you hopeful?
He's asking us, so are we hopeful? We should be
You know what I
honest.
like? They go to arrest
Ha.
them. It
And
go
they
to
tell you EFCC,
EFCC go chase her now. I don't know
you
why
become
EFCC never
quiet.
chase her. Eh? You know, you know, go get our sympathy, Shema. Because if EFCC chase you now, we go say we don't know. Say you be thief too. So we go there, we go bang yash. So if you dey live for glass house like engineer talk, not trust to do, because EFCC go pursue you. If you don't say you get your own skeleton, you call the cost Baba go
Eh,
chase you. Eh. We not go come, don't bring us in the fight. One of the fight, both gonna fight and finish. Because you are not fighting for us. Amechi is not fighting for us. So
At
he's
all.
I
It's
fighting
don't
for
see
himself.
I
himself.
don't trust you to be fighting for Nigerian people. Anyway, go ahead, please.
He's fighting for himself because if the ball was in his court, I don't think he will come and saying all this. What is he trying to indirectly say here? Is it that INEC is under Tinubu?
That's
Because
what
he
he
said
said.
Mahmoud worked with for Wike before, and it was one of Tinubu's aide that appointed him. So Nigeria should not be hopeful. What are they expecting
Mm.
if INEC is no longer independent? Meaning
But
they
if he
are the
win the
ones.
election, if he win the next election, he go say I
He
make it.
can't.
So with what
Anyway,
he's saying, even our votes, nothing our vote won't do, because these people have the power in their hands already. That's why he was asking one of the reporter, "Are you hopeful? Are you being hopeful? Are you still being hopeful? Because these people have it in their hands already. We don't
and
have an
that
independent."
is a big incitement. To some of them, they will go press, go talk. You know, when you say things like that, you get to you bring evidence now. You don't know say na law. Anyway, we're not looking at that, but he will soon be arrested. This guy is for me is another joker. You know, between him and Wike, Rivers is in trouble.
That is it.
No, these are the two leaders Rivers State had, two presidential candidates from Rivers State. They are people that will sell Rivers for cover. As you say, Delta State get evil. These are people that will sell that state for cover. And I pray for Rivers State today. And for those of you in Rivers, know that they laugh. Hey, you see, again, when I talk about the psychophancy, when I not go make true judgment of where you guys want to be. As we did now, some people say they say on Wiki we must die. Some say in Amaechi they must die. They are following them blindly. Because if Wiki win, they will give them appointment. Not that it's good for the state, too. You know that the problem is we don't do things
Exactly.
in the interest of the state. We do it because of our interest, which I understand that every politician tries to do that. But at the end of the day, look at where we are. Because if the society fail, you know what happened? We fail. Tinubu can go and preach all the things you want to preach in Japan. Come back and say anything. Pretend they clap around. But Tinubu, at the bottom line is your country is down. Down. Meaning we are all down. You are not excluded, sir. You might be living a good life, but you are still part of a failed country. You are actually the president of a failed country. They are not rating Nigeria #1 now because they are praising you in Nigeria. Go out and see whether people praise you. Look at what history will write about you. That's what you should be worried about. And the time is not too late, Mr. President. You know, I think we need to talk to these guys in a way they understand, and maybe they not the people praising them. This is the problem. You see, and like I said, our #1 problem is praises, praises, and we know we are not even sincere with our leaders. The leaders are not sincere with us. Now we are not sincere with them. I will praise you because I want to eat. But at the end of the day, the food where you want to eat so are poison really, because even no matter how much you have in Nigeria today, you know you are not secure. Come out now, make we see. How many of you do not have a very high fence? Who lives in a cage? Nigeria didn't create you to live in a cage. You know, why would somebody even build a house and be thinking of how water will come? In the UK, the way they build a house, water they run inside. Already supply. Electricity is there. If you build house on Nigeria, you not think of electricity. You dey joke. You have to buy plants. Then the amount of money you spend to buy diesel, think about it, man. Is it not cheaper for all of us if we have cheaper electricity? Do you know the funniest thing? It's easier. You know, I was in Ajanbade when I was in Lagos one time. And in that night, I said to myself, the amount of money we spend in buying diesel, well, that night is enough to supply all of us electricity. But because we refuse to come together, do you know how much we spend on diesel in Nigeria a day? If we give that money to one purse for 1 week, the money will give us solar plants. Our problem is can be solved. Leadership will just tell us, we don't want to be nice to the leader, let the leader not be nice to us. Because Tinubu is now also nice to us. If you beat Oboriwori, he go say, but see what the last one he go sign now. They sign anyhow. That guy just they sign paper. Not being fault. He want to be seen as a good guy. And now they call him working governor. If now you're not going to continue to be working governor.
They work. Now that they scatter the road this morning, they are almost excavating the whole Asabasena drainage. They don't cut all the roads this morning. Say they work, say not drainage, bridge master.
Road, now when they don't come, then they do the drainage.
If you come Asabana everywhere jam packed, everywhere say anyway, that they do road. It's very annoying.
It's not too late to do it. My question is this: if you continue to praise the man, praise Tinubu for what he's doing, then the man think he's doing the right thing. He will come, they listen to you because they do you the thing. So now you cause the damage. Now you cause the misfortune of your children. If I say now your own, that's nothing. Of your children. What does it cost us to be sincere and say, Baba, this thing is not right? Okay, like the day Oboriwori go see me, he don't hear my voice, and he see they hear my voice now. Oh, guy, you be real Olodo governor. Not be because say I hate you, because your performance is Olodo. And not be school that they do this one. And what is even annoying? Now, don't give him a book when he's not supposed to read. Who said you cannot speak pidgin English? These are the causes of the things I don't understand. Maybe they're never gonna speak grammar.
No, but most of the ESCO meetings now, they use half of the matter in a pidgin. They use English too much.
So what?
Now that you can make a bust your bubble now.
I'm supposing that.
No, I say it's okay. Let me bust your bubble. Because this thing when you complain, so this week now it happened. Do you know the entire state ESCO and members of the House of Assembly, they went alongside with the governor to Abuja to go and commiserate with the APC national chairman on the death of his mother being her father. They all went to Abuja to do. Why and as I speak with you today now, all of them don't go wait for Warri now. Say they won't go commiserate with go deal with the Olu of Warri on his 4th anniversary because Tinubu wife na Shekiri. This morning, where would they hold up? Yeah, there's some other members when I call, they say, they don't their way to Warri. Say, Your Excellency, they come. So I don't know the logical ground when you carry the full ESCO. Say go commiserate, all of them go sign, say my APC structure and bring it into
Nigeria. Now go remember Peter Obi.
Then from there they can go that rural electrification agency. Now from there most of them can't go there. I'm telling you what happened.
I say Nigeria go remember Peter Obi. They go remember Peter Obi. Peter go ask you say, now you be governor. Tell me they call.
Look at how many of them went. The whole
state they go do? You are wasting our money. And the money when they waste. So Oboriwori, if you see, I came here and I talk about the power of our local government. What is difficult to solve in Nigerian problem, in Delta State problem? This is the richest state on earth. Now the poorest state on earth. What are the clap for us? Whether Nami or hate now, tomorrow we go hate each other because when the hunger come, everybody they face us. So hunger not get face. So hunger not know your name. Hunger na hunger. Security, insecurity na insecurity. Bad road na bad road. You see, your children not fit go better school. You can't send the child abroad. You go even die, say the pikin no go come for the burial. He won't get paper before he come because you don't show another destiny. Nigerians, until Nigeria succeed, we are all in trouble. If you like, fly. If you like, get helicopter. All of them when they get private jets, so they say, where did they treat them? Before you go reach here, don't die.
7 million, 8 million. They go pay for private jet for here for Ogba, say 8 million. Private jet go fly from Lagos, come here, come carry them go Abuja, 10 million. We dey see all these things for here. They're very annoying.
But they go
What
soon
stops
die.
them from entering commercial peace airline? What do they call it? What stops all of them from entering? Make private jet go fly from Lagos, come
I don't know
Asaba,
why Nigerian
carry them
government
from
never
here,
even
go
put ban on
Abuja
that thing.
with taxpayers' money, all of
Why
them.
a country that is struggling, how can you that was in the public office, we know say you be thief, you see they use private jet, private jet will not talk. Some of them should be arrested. Any, you see, I dey pray make una know wetin happen to the second republic, because me I dey wan remind Nigerians, I will come and deliver a show why what led to the fall of the first republic, the fall of the second republic. You know when the second republic happen, and then Marudiko, na here we call the look for them for London. When they run come here, Ebi they never born una that time. They run. We carry one put for bag, one carry and go back to Nigeria. If they have pursue
Na
them,
crane, na container they take carry and come back now.
you understand? They were on the run. Imagine if there will be a third republic. Hey, the end of the third republic you go see to, because they go cut una thing comot. Shebi una know how to naked women. We go dey naked una that time. You go see what they go do. Shebi Nigerian people don say they bad well now. Vigilante na women dey naked so now they go naked. This culture make una keep am go vigilante. When that time reach, make una naked the real people when they supposed to naked. No be our daughters. Gonna clear this
Amen.
subject. Thank you very much for this wonderful day. We will do this tomorrow in a more serene moment. But let's not forget, the show I tried to talk about today is ask a very difficult question about our beloved nation called, a beloved continent called Africa. There are 4 continents. You could like call them 5, but I call them 4 continents. We have the African continent, the American continent, the Europe, and then Asia. And if they tell you that the continent is flowing with milk and honey, which continent is that? That continent is really Africa. And that's why we're going to end this presentation with a beautiful movie done by our daughter here, Lily, on Africa. She went into looking at where the name came from, the blessings of the land. The question you should ask yourself after the documentary is, how can God give you all this and you're still poor? That's a question we all need to answer. Let's take a look at the piece. Thank you very much.
Regarded as a very primordial place, the mother of the earth. And in the 20th century, researchers acknowledged Africa's special role in human evolution. This is a site near Johannesburg, South Africa. Scientists are conducting excavations here in a former limestone quarry. Bit by bit, they're exposing the space in front of a cave entrance. They've only found a tooth up to now, but they're hopeful of finding more skeletal parts. Australopithecus has only been found in Africa. Here is where we find the very origins of humanity.
Most of the hominid species that we know about come from Africa. Everything older than 2 million years is only found in Africa. This means that Africa was the cradle of humanity, and not just once, but at least 4 times. For Australopithecus, for the Homo genus, for the early human genus Homo erectus, and for modern humans.
Many questions still remain on the details of this development, and so the search for clues in Africa goes on.
Take a look at this video. If you take a look at this video, the people who go be servant go be Africans. The person who go be
You know they see them. Oh, you they speak English now. We they waka. They go search.
Now we do the work.
Africa
we
is a
dey do
great
the work.
continent with great people. Africa is the world's largest and second most populous continent. It is made up of 54 countries and is known for its diverse cultures and geography. Before the Romans named Africa, the continent was known by various names in different parts of the region. One of the most widely recognized names is Archebulon, which is believed to be one
Akebula.
of the oldest names for African
Yes.
continents.
That's the original name.
It's sometimes translated
It's
as
an
Mother of
African name.
Mankind or Guardian of
Yeah.
Eden. While some consider
Wait, let me talk.
it
Guardian
the
of Eden.
continent's original name, others
Yeah.
suggest it may have a Greek or Arabic origins. Regardless of its precise etymology, Al-Kebalan reflects a desire to reclaim indigenous origin and honor African heritage. Africa is widely recognized for its rich biodiversity, including its diverse wildlife and large reserves of minerals and natural resources. It is also known as the cradle of humankind due to its significant role in human evolution and the oldest human fossils being
They
found
see
there.
all those
Additionally,
scores.
Eh,
Africa is a continent of cultural and linguistic diversity with a vast array of languages, traditions, and artistic expressions. Mineral resources. The continent holds vast reserves of precious metal and minerals such as gold, diamonds, platinum, and cobalt, making it a major player in the global mining industry. Human origins. Fossils evidence suggests that Africa is the birthplace of humankind, with the earliest known human ancestors and the oldest human remains discovered there. Cultural diversity. Africa is a mosaic of cultures with numerous languages, traditions, art forms, and culinary practices. Natural landscapes. Africa's diverse geographical include vast deserts like the Sahara, expansive savannas, lush rainforests, and majestic mountain ranges. Economic potential. While many African nations face economic challenges, the continent has enormous economic potential, particularly in sectors like agriculture and resource extraction. The oldest African country would be Egypt, as its civilization dates back over 5,000 years ago. The Egyptians were provided with water for farming grains. The first African country to gain independence was Liberia, which declared its independence on July 26, 1847. While other African nations achieved independence later, Liberia's declaration in 1847 makes it the oldest independent nation on the continent. Seychelles is the smallest country in Africa by land area, with an area of 452 square kilometers. It is an archipelago nation located in the Indian Ocean off the coast of East Africa. Nigeria is the most populated country in Africa. It is estimated to have a population of over 237.5 million people. The country with the largest economy in Africa is South Africa, with a GDP of over 410 billion South African rand. Africa is beautiful, a place where the earth
Africa is regarded as a very primordial place, the mother of the earth. And in the 20th century,
the heart of the people, the dusty animal trails through the bush, and the sweet, herbaceous smell of the rain that becomes imprinted.
that is African story according to Mary. Mary, thank you very much for that piece. It is worthwhile. We know we're going to get you better video of more better clips of this, and from time to time we'll be getting you something like this on this show. and it gives you some really different insight, not what we say, but what our research is doing. And Mary, really thank you for this. At least you've been able to let us know that there was a name for Africa, and the people that actually name us Africa are the Romans. And the story of the Garden of Eden, they are saying is somewhere else. Might be here. That promised land might actually
It's
be
in
Africa.
Africa. Oh.
Because I never know of any land that is as blessed as Africa. Can you think
Yes,
of any
this
nation,
gold
any
oil,
continent that is
the
as
gold
blessed
oil
as
and
Africa?
everything is the honey. It's the
Mineral
honey they are talking
resources.
about.
You know
That's the
they
honey. That's the honey they are
exactly,
talking about.
exactly. And when you think about it, you know that this is the real honey. You understand? And that is why this image said it all. Africa is a land flowing with milk and honey. But as we speak, we can only continue to blame the older people, our ancestors. We today, we are being worst. They said our ancestors sold us as slaves. Your politicians are selling us as slaves now.
Modern slaves.
Now, we said our Africa, they get their own culture. Why they change it? Why are you answering Oyibo name today? Christian name. You see, you don't even know why you are praying uh, through St. Joseph, St. Patrick to pray for you. Your father is not going to pray through. In Jesus' name. Another day will be a day for another day to look another aspect of the African thing. Today, I just say, let us look at the blessings of the African nation. We are the most blessed nation on earth. We are
But
the
why
most blessed
Egypt?
people.
When they showed Egypt picture, they like mood. Why is it like a modern people? I don't understand.
No, because that was the civilization. You see, that was the thing they were building there. As at the time, the Egyptian people were doing this. Go and
They were
ask
just
whether
carving things
yes,
in
Europeans were
human
still in the
form.
cave. As at the time when you
Hey.
see Egypt civilized like that, ask how Europe be. That time
Okay,
when
the
Egypt,
oldest African country, but not be first get independence. Liberia come first and get independence. I don't
you know
understand.
why? The Egypt of today, not be the Egypt that they talk so, my daughter. Liberia, this one
Eh.
I keep telling you that Marcus Garvey movement in America is what prompted Liberia. It was the American slaves who were looking for a way to come home. They were the one to push for Liberia and eventually Freetown. Freetown was a place where free slaves went to resettle. That is Sierra Leone today. So these were the two first countries. Liberia was a liberal town. They're looking for liberation. Marcus Garvey and so some of them, the remnants of Marcus Garvey, they packed their stuff. They moved to Liberia. They were the first people to have independence. Like I said today, Nigeria for never get independent, we for still there under British rule, if not with the sweat of these guys. In fact, that even the fight for Nigerian independence, Kwame Nkrumah fight for it more than those of us who claim our forefathers fight for it. They were fighting for either the eastern region or the Yoruba region or the northern region. There was no unity, never. Nigeria has never really shown leadership. And it's still what we see today. May God help us that the younger generation will look at history differently, will interpret it differently, and maybe one day Mary will say, why am I answering Mary? Why is Obianuju not a sweet name? Why would Choma not be better than evening? Why is Engineer Mishek? What is Mishek? No get to you not get
Chukwuwike.
to
I get Chukwuwike.
May God help. You see, at the
Oh,
end of the
Agogo.
And God
when
get
I call
power.
any name, our name, thank you, Mary, you don't give us meaning. Give meaning. What do you mean of Mishak?
The person went fire and not the bomb.
And Abadinego.
Never mind now. And the
And
story
Abadi
that
Nego.
is
Even me,
for Bible, you don't get meaning.
you know, even me, I asked pastors. They say it's a Hebrew name. I didn't know. I said, tell me the meaning. Even me don't know the meaning. Me won't get the Mishak.
You don't get meaning.
I don't know the meaning.
You don't get. Go
So let
ask
me
Google
just give and say,
thank God. So now that you give our meaning. You see, at the end of the day, most of the things we do, we still don't question it. Bible says we do not question it. But thank God, say not be the same Bible now all of them they read. Maybe talk and just now say, Catholic, you get the one they read. Jehovah Witness get
Good
their own.
news. Pentecostal.
So we
Yes,
know there's
so
never to not
even
trust.
the
Pastor
Mary,
Peace Church get own. Jehovah Witness
the
get their own.
The 7 could not add, make could not remove. Who can add or remove now?
Lancet.
Now that one I will say
They have the
anywhere.
book of
The Bible
Mammon.
is not the same.
Thank you. I know
their
the
translation is different.
I know the book of Mammon. I know the book of Mammon.
They have the book of Mammon. The Mammon.
If you read the African's Bible,
So
you will confuse.
Then what did I
You're
want?
confused.
Those books when I say those lost books, they say some books are lost books. I don't understand. Where those ones? Who can write those ones?
But people still
relate to them. Some historians still relate to them. We have to do that research.
Yes,
I would do it. Some historians still relate to them.
Really want to fight. But what I want to say is that please, young people, please rewrite history. The thing that your forefather never had, you have it now. This mobile phone, I already told Mary to do this, and she gave us this. Imagine if she has a lot of time, what she will do. If I give her all the tools, what she will do with it. Do you know the funniest thing? Let me say this before we close the show. When I came to UK, the first thing I did was to set up a company called African Film Talk. And I was showing African films across local cinemas. Evelyn and Mary, most of the documentaries and the stories I got were from South Africa. Nigerian filmmakers, the Nollywood we are talking of today, I cannot count up to 20 documentary filmmakers. So we only tell stories of love making, how people jump in the bush, but no true story of the people. You know the funniest thing? I said to my king, there's no single movie made about the history of Ogara people. It's not documented. What a shame. Evelyn, Mary, you've got a tool in your hand. Use it, please. Give us stories. Now, today, we find out that the name we call Africa, not be we even get them. And somebody call us. And if the audience go away with that, that is something, it's an achievement. We need to have our own history. The Igbo people, where are you people coming from? Where's your history? Are you saying that the way the Jewish people were able to write their Bible, we couldn't write a Bible, God was not dealing with our forefathers? How did the name Ogene come about? If God was not dealing with Yoruba people, how would Yoruba people take know the word call Ogene before Bible come? But nobody wrote our history. We didn't have a history today. We were barbaric people. That is all they say. May God help us so that tomorrow our children may hear our voice and feel this pain and build on it. I'm not saying we're going to go back, but at least let us path a new way now. Let's use the best of both. This is a disoriented generation. Let's make the best of it. Thank you very much. We'll do this again tomorrow. God bless you, children. We pray that a better Nigeria will come, a better Africa will come. It's a difficult topic. It's not a friendly one. It's not the one everybody wants to see. But I'm sure when you finish this and you sit down with your pastor and you ask him some questions, they will be confused. You know? And it's not about him. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Someone that come on the vision and is jumping around the altar looking for money, looking for women. He's saying all the sweet things in the world so that he can get more money. What does he know? Where's the man going to lead you to? You know, he can say two things. You are poor. You know, you're going to do this. God will not do this. God will just turn this around. He just do this. You know, say now you want here. For the congregation, don't touch your belly. Somebody go on. Now they carry crushes. You get one video when I share. I'm not going to do me the video. The guy said, show me one person for your village. When he blind before today, they see. When they pray for it, they see. He said, if you will give you 10 million naira now and 20 acres.
Hey.
You see, they look for that person. That person, when he blind before, when they come pray for her, he come they see. If Nanua, Mona bring her.
Even now when they waka.
Nobody like that is place. Nobody.
You see us? You see us?
That's why the guy bring that kind of offer. I ain't no say nobody. He will give them 50 plus of land plus 10 million. Where if the person did, but don't rush come out face now. Who know one?
Acres of land come out. You see, where the pastor Chris, where the pastor Diboye, all the miracle when they perform since. And when the other young boy now when he come, this YouTube guy, Jerry.
At the Chris, I don't want to mention the church name. At the church I did.
I know, I don't talk, my dear.
At the church I did before. Now my blood.
I don't get anything against your husband, my guy. I don't get anything against your husband.
Now blood remain when they want to person make it bring. If you are so your house rent, so your Daddy Chris, I want to run. No. So yeah, if you can go and borrow from your cooperative, come and sow. Meanwhile, there was something that the waiting pay me. They call they do dollar service. Make I explain. No, I'm not gonna mention the church. I'm not gonna mention but my church before. Dollar service. I can investigate later. Come no say the dollar service they fall for this kind August, late July, August, September. You know why? Because at that time, the pastor children they resume school for Canada, and the dollar service 2 people can join. No naira. You go to go and change the money to dollar. Now that time, then they go crusade. They get one crusade when they go for Europe. Now they go pay children school fees August, September. Now we go meanwhile the people and they see vision for you if you know they get money. Now let rich people that they see vision for. When my eye clear, I quiet since because my wife na pastor for the church, so I you're quiet. But now only you call you like say, babe, I'm tired. Let's I don't want to mention the church as I talk when I feel now my blood remember the suck blood at the craze. I forgot they are alive. Bring this, bring that. They only see vision for person when get money. When your money don't ready, they see vision for you again. But I don't clear for Christian. I have the spirit of Christ in me. I can discern good from evil. I can discern good from evil.
Yeah, we don't hear you.
Man of God. Look, my eye don't see well.
All I know, all I want to say,
the thing they pay me.
My guys,
we don't hear.
Now they watch me. Now they watch me so. Now they watch me. Me, my wife.
Sister Mary, don't mind. Now you think they pay me as I remember.
If any of now when you want to marry this my 2 daughters, una no go let them go church at unholy hour. No.
Story.
I said they don't go church any at unholy hour. Unholy.
No,
hour.
that increase. These your 2 daughters. They joke with church, you. But not church, but they go marry them for church.
They're not trying. Now they say, I don't move, not up. Let's end the show. We'll do this tomorrow. God bless you guys. Bye for now.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856.
SRTV. Innovative content.